Okay, welcome. I'm going to do activity 4.5, part 1, number 6 and number 7. I'm looking at collecting my data in my Automata simulation with MyCam installed. If I take a look here, I have MyCam put in there. That's the Spurgeon Snail Cam. And I'm going to go ahead and start collecting the data. I have already set up in a Excel spreadsheet, and trust me, this is the way to go, because if you put your data in there, it'll automatically do step 7, which is the motion graph. So I have to open an Excel spreadsheet. Okay, here's my spreadsheet. It is set up with the angle of rotation. I put in 45-degree increments, 0, 45, 90, 135, and now I'm going to have to go collect my data. So over here, I'm going to start at 0 degrees. Type that into my constraint, and you can see that I'm going to start off at what I would call 5 1/4. So that's going to be 5.25 into the spreadsheet. There it goes. I'm then going to go back to my controlled angle, type 45 and enter. And it's going to come out a little bit less than 5 5/16. This would be 4/16 or a quarter. It's just under 5/16. I'm going to call it 5.3. Again, you might have to seek some mathematical help. 5.3. I'm going to go, and I'm just doing the top of the follower now. I'm going to come over here and change my angle to 90 degrees. And that comes out just under 5 1/2. I'll call it 5.45. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around this circle and put in this data. So 135. Go ahead and fill in the rest of the chart and pick up my screencast in a moment. Okay, so I filled in the rest of my data going at 45-degree increments. It's giving me a pretty good idea. Obviously, I'd be more accurate, say, if I went 1-degree increments. It'd be certainly more accurate. Now I'm going to do the height of the bottom of the follower, and I'm going to cheat a little bit on that one. If I look at my example here, the top. Okay, I had to clip that in here. I'm going to show you how I'm going to fill in this bottom column. The bottom of the follower is always going to be a fixed distance below the top of the follower because it's just simply the height of the follower. To determine the height of the follower, I just look at any case, and I'm going to look at the top of the follower. In this case, is at 5.75. The bottom of the follower is at 1. So the follower distance, the distance from the top to the bottom, is always going to be 4.75. So in order to do that, I'm going to use an equation here in the bottom row. I'm going to put equals. I'm going to choose that cell, and then I'm going to put minus 4.75. Hit enter, and it'll tell me where that would be. I'm going to drag the bottom corner of that box over, and it'll automatically fill in. So in this row here, it is always the one above it minus 4.75, which is the follower. Notice that right here where it's at 5.75, the bottom's at 1. And if I look at my data, 5.75, the bottom's at 1. So that allows me to get the data collected for my Automata simulation. From here, I'll go to a motion map, and that'll be the next screencast.